Overnight, the entire world changed in a way I couldn't even begin to understand. Global prices collapsed 1,000,000 times over, to the point where 1 yuan could buy Mount Fuji and 2 yuan could buy Wall Street in the United States. But strangely, my money was the only thing that wasn't affected, and I had no clue any of this had happened. So there I was, going through a blind date arranged by my mom like nothing was wrong, sitting across from her as she looked at me seriously and said, "Let me be direct. If you want to marry me, you need a house of at least 100 square meters, a Jeep, and a bride price of 5 Mao. And I blinked in confusion before asking, "What? 5 Mao? She nodded like it was completely normal. "Yeah, 5 Mao. And I couldn't help but frown and say, "Wait, are you joking with me?" She crossed her arms slightly and replied bluntly, "Let me say it clearly, poor guy." And I quickly shook my head, feeling like I misheard. "No, miss, I think I didn't hear you right. Are you sure it's 5 Mao? But she looked at me firmly and said, "You heard correctly. The bride price is 5 Mao, not a single cent less if you want to marry me." And I just stared at her, completely thrown off, as she added, "I know what I'm asking is a lot, but my parents worked really hard to raise me." And in my head, I was already spiraling, wait, the bride price is really just 5 Mao? Could she actually be some kind of hidden billionaire? And before I realized it, I muttered, "You're not some kind of tycoon, are you?" Which instantly made her glare at me as she snapped, "What nonsense are you talking about? If you can't afford it, then forget it." And then she waved her hand dismissively and added, "Don't worry, I won't take advantage of you. I'll even pay for this coffee myself, even if you only take out 1 yuan. And then with a cold tone she finished, "Even if you cried and begged me with a huge bride price, I still wouldn't agree." And I just shook my head as I stood up, preparing to head home and continue my streaming career that was earning me $1 million a month. But right at that moment, my phone suddenly started vibrating. I picked it up and said, "Hello? Who is this?" And a voice came from the other side. "Hello, is this Mr. Senshin?" I frowned slightly. "Yes, that's me. What's going on?" And the man quickly explained, "The Subin 747 you purchased online has arrived in Shenzhen City. Since the item is extremely valuable, we need to confirm when it's convenient for you to pick it up in person." And I couldn't help but laugh in disbelief. "What nonsense are you talking about? I only bought a model for fun, just leave it at the city's central station." But the man immediately panicked and said, "No sir, haha, you must be joking. This is a Boeing 747. Even if we had 10 times the courage, we wouldn't dare leave it randomly. You must be present in person." And I felt even more convinced they were crazy as I said, "A plastic model I bought for 3 yuan is being treated like a real plane from your province? Fine, fine. Where is it? I'll come later." And he quickly replied, "We're on the platform at Shenzhen International Airport. I'll send you the location." So in an attempt to save money, I casually stopped 2 buses on my way to the airport and asked, "Hey, how much is it to get to the airport?" And instantly every driver looked at me like I had completely lost my mind. One of them frowned and said, "How much? Kid, are you not awake yet? You've watched too many TV dramas. You can't even tell reality from fiction." Another scoffed. "Young people these days, your arrogance smells worse than feet, opening your mouth and talking about you